Hello students, welcome to Computer Science Department. So in the last video we started the second chapter of your syllabus, that is input, output and memory devices. Yes, we started the second chapter, that is input, output and memory devices. So in the previous class I already discussed what you mean by input device, why we are using input device. So input device is used to feed the data. If you want to feed or if you want to send any data into computer, we require input devices. With the help of input device only, we can tell the computer, you do this one or you do like this, like this. Is it clear? So for input purpose, we are using the different devices. Those are input device. So in that, there are so many input devices I already mentioned in the last class, like keyboard, mouse, scanner, light pen, OMR, OCR, like that. In the previous video I already discussed the first input device, keyboard. So what is the keyboard, then how it looks like, then what are different keys, all those things. So here we are discussing the second input device, one of the commonly used input device is mouse. So what is that mouse? Yes, anybody seen the mouse? Yes, just I will show. I think it's common nowadays. You can see everywhere. So see here. So this is normally called it as mouse. Is it clear? So this is the mouse. Yes. So mouse is one small handheld device. Small handheld device means a kaiyalli hiಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. It's a small device. Yes, it contains cables. We are connecting to this one, connecting to computer system. Yes, so this is one mouse. So what this mouse actually, the expansion of mouse is mechanically operated user serial engine. The expansion of mouse. Now normally mouse anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Yes, so mouse, it has some expansion. What it is? Mechanically operated user serial engine. Mechanically operated user serial engine. So this is mouse. So for what purpose we are using this device? What is the use of this device? We know that this is an input device to input. So how we can give some instruction? So with the help of keyboard, when you press some alphabets, some numbers, the pulses, electrical pulses will go. That pulses will received by computer system. So input it will take. Then what about this mouse? So it is mainly used to indicate a position. Normally edike use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ on screen. You want to position somewhere. The normal mouse pointer, we can say position or movement. Suppose if you want to move on a screen, means in computer ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ things ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ folders ಇರ್ಬೋದು, files. If you want to move somewhere, if you want to select some options, if you want to do anything, yes, if you want to display anything, we want this input device. This is a normally used input device. So it's normally used to indicate a position on screen. ಯಾವ position ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, suppose ಈ position ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಆ position. Yes, so if you want to move, we require this device as well as for movement on a screen. ಆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, ನೀವು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂತಲ್ಲ. ಬೈ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ mouse. So what by seeing this mouse, yes, anybody just see, if you didn't get properly, just go to Google. If you type mouse and then click image, you will get the mouse images. Is it clear? So don't worry about this. So just I will show here. So this mouse contains something, means here there is the buttons. This is one button, this is one button. There are two buttons here. See here, this is one button and this is another button. So this mouse has how many buttons? Normally 2 buttons. But in earlier days means around 20 years back or 15 years, 20 years back, mouse contains 3 buttons also. Means mouse contains 3 buttons also, but nowadays normally 2 buttons. So mouse has how many buttons? 2 buttons. What are those? This one is left mouse button and second one is right mouse button. How do you come to know that which one is the left and which one is right? ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ this is left button, this is right button ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. But it contains 2 buttons. One is left mouse button and second one is right mouse button. Then how to decide which one is right and which one is left? So just you imagine you have a mouse. For example, like this. Suppose you have a mouse. Just in mouse, so here are 2 buttons. This is one button, this is another one. So this is called left side and this is called right side. Is it clear? So like this is left, this is right. Yes, left, right, left, right. Is it clear? So if you are seeing this one properly, this is left. And now ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಬಟನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಬಟನ್. Yes, so left mouse button and right mouse button. Along with those 2 buttons, there is one more button here. We normally call it a scroll. Normally edike use ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ scroll ಮಾಡಲಿ, page up down. To use we are using this scroll. Yes, so come back here. So mouse has how many buttons? 2 buttons, left and right mouse button. So then first we discuss what is the use of this left mouse button. What is the use of left mouse button? So by seeing this mouse, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಲರ್ ಹೋಗೋದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಮೌಸ್ ಬಟನ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಇನ್ ರೇರ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅದು ಕಲರ್ ಹೋಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಲರ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the use of left mouse button? So it is mainly used to click or select. Means if you want to select anything on screen, you are using this button. That is for what purpose? Clicking. Then what do you mean by click here? There is one more important word called click. With the mouse, what we can do? Click. This is click. Just yes. What do you mean by click here? So click is nothing but press the left mouse button and release. Press and release, we call it as click or single click. It is also called a click or single click. So single click means what? This is a click. If you press one time, it is a click. So what happens internally? Press and release. Press and release the left mouse button once. ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, we call it as click or single click. Then what do you mean by double click? There is one more one. There are 2 types of click: single click and double click. This is a single click. Single click means what? Press and release the left mouse button. Remember, click ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಮೌಸ್ ಬಟನ್. So press and release the left mouse button only once. We call it as click. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we call it as click or single click. Then second one, double click. Then what do you mean by double click? So double means what? 2. So normally double click means what? According to you, and 2 times double click means press and release. After few seconds, press and release. 2 times you have clicked, but it is not a double click. Actually, click means what? Press and release. It's a click. Double click means 2 times press, release, and then press, release. Whether it's a double click? No. So double click means what? Press and release the left mouse button twice, 2 times quickly. That word is important, quickly. Press and release the left mouse button twice, 2 times quickly. Just I will do here double click. this is not a double click. Press, release, after some second, press, release. This is simple click only. Double click means what? Quickly. Press and release 2 times quickly at a time. Within fraction of second, click 2 times click ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು we called it as double click. Then when we are using single click and when we are using double click, so if you are selecting something, then we are normally using click. Then select one, click, click, click like this. When you are selecting something. Then when you are using double click, so double click normally if you want to run any application or if you want to open anything, it is maybe media file ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, audio file ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, images ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, whatever. If you want to open or any application, ಅದನ್ನ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ you can double click it. Is it clear? Single click and double click. So when you are working with computer, now click on that. So click on that means only once, press and release. And just double click on that. So 2 times quickly. So ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is not a double click. Again it's a single click only. Is it clear? So double click means 2 times quickly. It's a double click. Right? So mouse left, we are discussing left mouse button, and with the help of left mouse button we are click. We are discussing click. So click means what? Press and release the left mouse button. Then there are 2 types of click, single click and double click. Single click means only once, press and release the left mouse button. Double click means 2 times quickly. Left mouse button and 2 times quickly. We call it as double click. Is it clear? So when we are using double click, when you run any application, open, that time we are using this one. So apart from this single click and double click, we can do drag also. With the help of left mouse button, we can do drag also. Then what do you mean by drag? Now drag ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ. Yes, ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಿದೆ? ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ? ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಮೌಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. Yes, suppose assume that this is a computer screen. Assume, and here I have some image or file. Assume that this is a one computer screen, and here I have some file, one image. Actually, I want this file to here. I want to move this to here. So what you can do? ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ದುಕ್ಷಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು, it will not go. So with the help of mouse, what you can do? First you click here, single click, and then after click ಅಂದ್ರೆ click complete ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, press and hold down the left mouse button and move the mouse, and ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್, ಇದು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಡೌನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ and move the mouse. For example, suppose I clicked here and then pressed here and just you move mouse. So mouse move ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ mouse point ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್. So this button you have to release. So this is nothing but drag and drop. So drag and drop ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಳ್ಕೊ ಬಂದು ಒಗೆಯೋದು. Drag means ಎಳೆಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Drop means ಒಗೆಯೋದು. Drag and drop. So drag and drop means what? So press, select and press and move, release. So all action can be done with the help of this button, that is left mouse button. Yes, how to drag? First select and hold down the left mouse button. ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. Then just move your mouse. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಆದ್ಕೂಡಲೇ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. When you release, that file automatically comes here. That is called drag and drop. Drop ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So that also be done with the help of left mouse button. So these are the some operation or some action using left mouse button. So single click you can do, double click as well as drag and drop. Then next is right mouse button. So right mouse button means this one. This one is right mouse. So when we are using this one, so when you press this button, which button? Right mouse button, it will display one menu. When you press, suppose when you press here, it will display like this one menu, and it contains some of the options. So this we normally called a pop-up menu. What type of menu? Pop-up menu. Not egg pops. It is a pop-up. P-O-P-U-P. Pop-up menu. So when you click something, click means left. It will display some list. That is a list or menu. When you right click, it will display one menu. That menu we call it a pop-up menu. Is it clear? By left mouse and use madi, when you press or when you click or when you select, if you display anything, it is a menu. With the help of right mouse button, if you get any list, any menu, that is nothing but pop-up menu. So when you press right mouse button, you are getting some pop-up menu which contains different options. It's not the options are fixed. Depending on application, depending on situation, the options may vary. There are normally shortcut options bande bartade. That is a right click. Right? So these are some introduction about left mouse button as well as right mouse button. And the next part, types of mouse. Then next we go for the types of mouse. So I already shown this is one mouse. So there are different types of mouse. What are those types? The first one is mechanical mouse. So mechanical mouse is nothing but normally old mouse. Nowadays we are not using that one. So normally it looks like same only, but here it contains some ball. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ball ಇರ್ತದೆ. When you move on surface, it rotates. Yes, that is nothing but mechanical mouse. Then optical mouse. So this is optical mouse actually. Means when you are working with this, here there is no ball, here there is a light on LED LED light. When you are working with this, it is produce some lights. So this is optical. Then wireless mouse. Wireless means here there is a wire. If you remove this wire, there is a wireless mouse. ಹಂಗಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ವೈರ್ ಇದ್ದದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. The wireless mouse is different only. You take this mouse and cut the wire, it's become wireless mouse. No, the wireless mouse is different now. Is it clear? Means without wire. Nowadays without wire mouse is also available. That is wireless. Then USB mouse. So USB mouse is nothing but it's a USB port. So this is old mouse. This end, ಈ end ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಶೇಪ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಾದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, in CPU there is a one slot, round slot. There only you can put this. But USB slot ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. It looks like pen drive slip. ಆ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Yes, so that port it will comes here. Only this part change. Only this part. Here it is a round shape. There it is a port shape. Next time ಮಾತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. So that is nothing but USB port. Right? So these are the some of the types of mouse. What are those? The first one is mechanical mouse. The earlier mouse, old one, so it contains some balls. Then optical. So what I shown, there is optical. It produces lights. Wireless. It also gives light, but it is a wireless. And USB means the last end point where we are connecting. That connecting part is different. USB means wherever you can connect easily. So these are some introduction about types of mouse. Yes. So in this part, what we have discussed, what is mouse, and it contains how many buttons, and what are those actions. Yes, mouse is a mechanically operated user serial engine. It is mainly used to indicate a position on screen or for movement purpose. Then we have discussed two buttons on mouse, left mouse button and right mouse button. Left mouse button is normally used for click, single click and double click as well as drag and drop. ಮೂರು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಮೌಸ್ ಬಟನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಮೌಸ್ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಎನಿ ಪಾಪ್ ಅಪ್ ಮೆನ್ಯೂ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಒನ್ ಪಾಪ್ ಅಪ್ ಮೆನ್ಯೂ. it contains some of the options. Yes, to get that options, we are using right mouse button. And the last we will discuss types of mouse. So in types of mouse, mechanical, optical, wireless and USB. Is it clear? So just go through once again and try to understand. So in the next video, we go for the next input devices. Okay, thank you.